day number 6 of our Doll's House Advent calendar. You saw the house yesterday. I hope you enjoyed seeing that. Today, after I've opened this, we're going to be having a play around making my wreaths and things like that. So it's a case of a bit of a glue, a bit of some accessories, some beads, things like that. I did do one last year for the 12th scale, but the 12 scale, when I compared it with this, is just way too big. So I do have to make smaller items. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So hope you're going to join me. And yeah, let's find out what is in, where is number 6? Number 6 is a little Father Christmas here. So you can see, not opened it yet. Oh, I wonder what that will be. It's quite a flat looking one, that. I don't know what it'll be. So let's go top down and have a look at that and come and join me making a few little bits and bobs for our Christmas decorations. Hi, we're on the day number 6 and we have him here. We've got a little Father Christmas here. So let's have a look what we've got in there. Try not to damage the box. So we have a little parcel. I mentioned a little flat parcel. Oh, a very flat and bendy parcel. Let's see. Let's just get in and stop fiddling with the packaging. Do you do that with your Christmas presents? If there's Christmas presents, you've got to have a feel. See if you can guess what's in there. So what have we got? Oh, what's this? A welcome. Now that'd be quite cute for the kitchen, wouldn't it? Obviously, because I'm doing a Christmas theme, it's not going to work to sort of go in the doorway or anything, but it's just a little cardboard sign. It's quite nicely made. We've got a little pink ribbon on there, and this is just glued onto it, so that's quite sweet. I think, as I say, it would probably go up in the kitchen, something like that, for our little dolls. As sort of perfect theme for what I'm looking at, because I'm doing sort of decor for the next part of the video, because we're going to be doing the wreaths and things like that. I say wrong season for this, but this will get kept and it can go in fact, it might go in one of the others because it looks a little bit big for my tiny house that I'm doing now. Maybe one of the others it would fit as a better size. Or actually, looking at it, I'm just looking around the room while I'm talking. I've got 2 little shops. I have a haberdashery shop, is a room box, and I also have a cafe. Now the cafe's got these sort of colourings, and that would be good for a shop, wouldn't it? Sort of to welcome you into the shop. So I think that is going to be going in one of my room boxes that at the moment Pippa lives in. So yes, that is going to go in there, 100% sure. So I'm going to pop it in here for now though, because I'm not going to mess about with that just yet. I'm keeping everything safe inside the boxes until the house is ready to actually dress. So hope you're going to join me and have a look at the sort of the wreaths and things that I'm going to be making next. It's weird when you're doing them on camera though, you're not quite sure whether it's going to work, but we're going to have a play anyway. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And so I'll see you a second with the other half of the video, and I will see you all very soon. Bye bye for now. Right, now I'm hoping this is bright enough because I'm actually filming at night, which is not a usual thing. I've normally got some natural light coming through. But basically, we're not going to do a full thing. I just wanted to show you what I was up to regarding the little house. I think we're at this stage. We are. Now, this is the little fireplace, which I do want to just sort of give a little bit of a sand down and then maybe a little polish, but I'm not going to do a lot with it. I know I've shown you this before, but basically I'm wanting a garland wreath for this. I'm wanting a little garland for the door, and then we have the little Christmas tree, which I've made a little base for now, and it just needs some little baubles and bits and bobs adding. So this is the selection I've got. Now this is a sort of garland product that I bought from a Doll's House store, but then there's this, which is from the pound shop. It is not quite the quality of this. They are longer strands, but if it's for a larger doll, maybe sort of a fashion doll or something like that, which I am going to use these for my room box that I'm making for the bigger dolls, for £1, I think they're absolutely brilliant. So great, always have a look round. I think sometimes places like The Works do it and things like that. Now, I've shown you these decorations, bits and pieces. I've made a selection of beads here. Now, that's not beads. They're going to be for Nutcracker's moustache that can go in there, and then there's these. I didn't show you these last time. Now these I collected off of some trees we have near us, and they look like tiny pine cones. I mean, look at that one, that's a very tiny one. I could do with using that one for this one, because I think the others are a little bit big, but again, great for your fashion doll size. You can actually buy these in packs in craft stores. I have seen them, but we do have some trees near us, and that is where I collected them. In fact, I could do with collecting some more after this year. So these are bits I'd already got in. We have some little beaded chain. Now these are quite good. Now again, craft shop. They're easy enough to get, but you know, like you'd have beads around your tree, things like that. So they're quite good. It's a very messy table, isn't it? I have some pom-poms. That's all I've done there. Pom-pom string with beads in between each pom-pom. Now, I did these last year as a video, so there is a video for that. And also for my tiny little garlands, which I sort of cheated. I used quilling paper for this. So you've already got it cut to that width. You need quite a fine quilling paper, if for this size doll at least. Yes, it takes some time, but it's sort of quite relaxing. So I quite enjoyed doing those. So that is one of mine from last year from the 12th scale. So that is still going in the new little house. Another one from my 12th scale was this. Now, this is just a little tree skirt, which I might need to alter a little bit for this tree, but we will see. But this is one that I use for the 12th scale. What I might do is, rather than alter it too much, put a little press stud and take it across because of the shape of this one. The reason being is we made this little Fimo base and I need it to go over there. In fact, that would probably work at about that distance. So I might, or maybe a little bit of Velcro, and then I can just fasten it across and it can go over with the tree. So as I say, this is Fimo, polymer clay, whatever you want to call it. And all it was we made a little ball, we pushed this in, so we knew where the hole was, and we baked it and it was done. So it's rock solid, covered in glitter from the actual tree. So it does need gluing in. Now I have various glues. I've got some super glue. This is a cheap one. I wouldn't recommend cheap super glue really. I've got a more expensive one here. Or I have the PVA. PVA is wonderful, but you do have to wait for it to dry. So let's have a go at just, if I can even open this. My husband's been using the glue. There we go. So I'm just going to dab some glue in there. Come on out. I hope it's not sealed up, otherwise I'll be using the cheap stuff. But for speed, as I say, the super glue works the best. I don't think the glue is coming out of that one. I think it might be. I'm not going to use my scissors on it because otherwise it jams it up. You know, this is the cheaper one we're going to have to use. That's it. I'm doing it away because I'm going to hit the camera otherwise. So my scissors, I've got through it. So here we go. So I just want to fill it up. And hopefully this is going to stick. It should do. So we're going to just hold it in place for a second or two. I'm going to hold it down because I want it to push a little bit into the base. So while I'm holding that, we're going to have a look at the others. Now this is actually, I could use this one. This is a crochet garland. This was very tedious, I must admit, but this is a crochet garland I made years and years ago, and to be honest, it might look really quite sweet in this little house because it's got that vintage feel of it being crocheted. And obviously I've got these tiny little bows that I did, and I sewed a little bead in the middle, so that could be the garland. I don't know yet. Now, oh look, it seems to have stuck. So basically that's what I did. I showed you this Christmas tree before. It was just one that you clipped onto your Christmas tree, so it's a Christmas decoration. It does have some bits of glue that want picking off, but apart from that, it's actually quite a nice little tree. So I think the nice little tree can have tiny weeny tinsel that I have. So I'll put that one over there. I do have some red tinsel as well. Maybe some gold beads. And then maybe just gluing some of these beads on. But before we get to that point, slowly getting tidier here. We're moving things about. They've fallen out, so I'll put them there. And I want to sort of come back to the bits of garlands that I'd bought. I had started doing one to fit over this, but I don't know. I sort of like, mind you, I don't think it's a little bit big, to be honest. It does look cute though, doesn't it? I can't decide. We'll probably make both and then I'll decide from there. These keep appearing. Why do they keep appearing? But basically, I have taken a strip of this, which is the finer one, and I've turned it into a little circle. And then I've got these as well, which I've shown you before. These little tiny holly leaves. And then I've just wrapped the holly leaf round as well, and then used the very fine version of these to go round. So it's, I mean, it's simple enough. Basically, you are just making a circle and wrapping it round. That is it. That is all it takes for a wreath. What it needs next though is some detailing, which is why I've got a little pot of beads. I've also got these little flowers which work really nice on the 12th scale. So it's like a little Christmas rose. So shall we pop some of those on? Let's see how this cheap super glue goes. Decide where the bottom is. Do you think it's there? I hope this will work, because sometimes, as I say, cheap super glue is not always the best idea. Let's see if we can get that on. And apart from the fact I will get it stuck to me, so I'm really bad at that. Yes, it's not behaving. Sometimes I don't know about you, but I find super glue that's not behaving at all. It's stuck to my finger now, so at least that's a bit of entertainment. I will have to use PVA, I think. It's weird, look, I've got it all stuck to me now, which is very annoying. But we've got some little stars, they could go on there. See, I hadn't actually stuck that in place. Wish I could get the lid off that other super glue, because this is the Loctite one, which is a precision super glue, which is much better. Let me see if I can, because I think that cheap stuff's going to be an absolute nightmare. I think basically it's sort of, we've used it so often, it's actually sealed up. Where have I got a needle somewhere? Let's see if we can do it. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Oh, no, my needle's gone in. And I pulled a load of super glue out. So I've got a hole, hopefully. Now, which way are we going to do this flower? Because it didn't want to go on, did it, before? I'm flicking flowers everywhere because now my fingers are all stuck with super glue. I'm going to just... It's like a thicker consistency than the cheap stuff. That is why sometimes it's worth getting. So let's see if we can just press it on and it will stay. I think the flowers look really cute in the wreaths, because I know I did that for the 12th scale. I just think that's quite nice like that. So we have some little beads. What about these little stars? They might look quite cute. So we pop some little stars on. You could do that. The thing is, you can do whatever you want. It's the beauty of it. This is what makes them individual. I quite like the stars, actually. I think I might go with the stars. And then let's have a look at those size. Those size beads might be quite nice. Should we do stars or beads? I'm not quite sure. I've got so many different beads. These are really for the Christmas tree because they're a little bit bigger, aren't they? I've got these little tiny ones, so they're like little berries. That's a stitch marker, which has got nothing to do with this. I end up doing things and just keep dropping them in my little pots. So they're a little bit all over the place. What should we do? So we've got that bit stuck to my finger again. That's better. So stars or beads? Stars. I still quite like the stars, but then I sort of quite like the beads as well. So we're going to very carefully, without me sticking it to me, tiny bit of super glue. I would recommend, if you've got the time, don't use super glue. Actually use the PVA, but then you've just got to wait for it to actually dry, because these don't want to stick to even the super glue. You have to hold it in place just for a second. Don't stick to my finger. You're sticking to my finger. Well, this is turning out to be a fun video of how not to do it. Also, I don't know about you, but when I've used super glue, some products will stick and others don't. Don't presume super glue sticks all, because it doesn't. That does not want to stay in place. It's also a little bit hard because I'm doing it opposite the camera rather than... Stay there, you little bead. Hopefully that will stick there. And then I think we need another one. These are really pretty. They're like sort of diamond dust or whatever they call it. They are quite nice little beads. I've also got these little bells. Now, I think for the little bells, I need a little tag, or I could... Oh, actually, no, I know what I'm going to do. If this isn't stuck to my finger, like I think it nearly was. Let's have a look at these bells. Oh dear, don't do as I do. It is easier than this. I'm just making it look like hard work, I think. You can see the little bell. We've got sort of like a little faux sort of clapper in the bell as well. Now that would look quite nice underneath the flower, do you think? I think yes. Let's see if it'll stick. I hate super glue, really. I really do. I know a lot of you use glue guns, and glue guns are great, but problem being is when you're working on this size, glue guns can be a little bit heavy-handed, like you can see with the little tree. So let's see if I can get that little bell to stick. Now, I think this is going on the front door. I could change it a lot. Yeah, let's move my hand over there a bit. Metal doesn't like sticking with super glue. Nope, I think I'm going to be sewing the bell on, because that's the other option, sew the items on, which a lot of the time I do. I'm generally not a person, that's not going to sting, that will use just glow like that's not stuff. It's a bead, it's got a hole, I can sew it on, which is what I think I'm going to do. So that is the start of our little tiny wreath for our door, so I'm quite pleased with it. I mean, it could be one that's going above the mantle as well, so I could do it there, but I think I'm going to maybe put a mirror or something like that above the mantle, and then I could use some of this around. But yeah, it's just deciding. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The crochet one, a lot of work went into it, but I think it's a little bit long. I think it is more 12 scale. So basically with this, I'm going to do the same sort of system. So I'm going to be popping some flowers on because I want it to match that. So I've got some more little red flowers. So I think one each corner. If you watch the previous video, I'll find it and pop it up as a link or as an image for you to look at. I go through how to make all of this. So it's basically just gluing it in place and leaving it to dry. I think it's going to be good old PVA glue, to be honest. Now, this little tree, this is what I say about glue gun. It's okay if you can control it and then pick bits off, but it's not ideal, is it? I hate things. I used to burn myself. It's like that one, for example. I'm going to pick the glue off and it's not going to stay there. Hey, nearly knocked the camera. So yeah, so the bead falls off promptly because I've done that. Now again, we could try the old super glue game, but I think I'm going to be using our PVA. So where is my little pot for, this is actually a little paint one. Got all the different colours, I'm right messy. Let's put some glue in one of these. You can tell how much I planned this, can't you? So I have my glue here and I'm going to use a paintbrush to put this on because it's much easier. Let's see if we can get our bead to sit with the PVA. So this is a lesson on what not to use. So I think if I did that all with PVA, it would actually stick, but I've got to be patient and just leave it to one side. Thankfully, with the PVA, it does dry clear as well. So that has one added bonus. Put that back. And put that one on there. That's not going to stay without me holding it. I mean, some PVA, you just hold it for a second or two and it will hold. And then I think we'll have some little stars. And then I think we'll have a different bauble at the top, so you can see how we can dress it up. So I will finish that off later because you don't want to watch me spending hours and hours trying to show you how to do it. So again with these, now these are plastic beads which might hold a little bit easier. So I'm going to put plenty of glue on these. So I've got plenty, like I say, it dries clear and we can just push it in. Now that way I think it's going to hold nicely. So I'm going to cover the whole thing with that, and then, oh, that's rolling away. And then I've got this tiny weeny tinsel, which I think is absolutely gorgeous, that I got from the Doll's House Fair. And obviously we can wrap tinsel around as well, which I'm not going to do until all my baubles are on, but it'll stay because this is like a bottle brush sort of tree. Look how easy that is. And obviously we'll put a little bit more on so we can decorate it up. So you will see all this honestly sorted by the time it goes in the house. The only thing I've successfully done is that, isn't it? But our tree skirt will also go round here. In fact, it does actually sort of fit like that, doesn't it? Let's see if it'll sit. It's not going to sit very well, is it? I had considered doing a crochet one. And so it's all trial and error, so it's not going to actually fit properly over that. At least that's stuck to the tree. To be honest, it looks okay like that. You could paint it up or something like that. So this was a totally all over the place video, but it's just to give you some ideas, sort of letting you know what I'm planning on doing. So when you do see it, that's staying in quite nicely actually. When you do actually see the finished item, you know what I've been messing about with, really. Let's choose another bead. We have a little pink one. Let's get some glue on there. Loads of glue. Yeah, I think it's definitely a PVA job I'm going to be doing. Not, should we pop it there? Let's push it in that one. because I think PVA is going to look way neater adding all the baubles to the tree. I mean, we can add a few gold ones as well. They might look nice. Or I've got these little tiny ones because I think it's nice to have different sizes in between as well, isn't it? Let's try one of these little ones. See how that will sit in there. Where should we put that one in there? In you go, little bead. I said, don't worry if there's little bits of white because the glue will actually dry clear. So yep, so you can see I'm going to mix and match it up and get that completely covered. So as chaotic as that was, I think I've given you sort of a rough idea. There is glitter everywhere all over my table. So basically we have garlands, we have paper chains, we have beads, we have wreath making products, beads, bells. We'll get this one finished as well, and you will see them on the finished products. So I'm going from now for this chaos. I think it's because I'm half asleep at the moment as well. And I'll see you all very soon with the rest of the little house progression. So bye bye for now.